Now a first down throw. It's Smith. This one caught by Crowder. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They'll fake it. Now Smith rolling to his right. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
On 2nd and 10, Smith out to his left. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Off by the safety, Eric Reed. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Jonathan Allen able to drop him for a loss of 4. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. They give him a gain of 37. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Mason Foster leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton steps away to his left. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ian Thomas, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good pickup there, a 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And his first carry, he loses the football. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton dancing to his left. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
From the 50, Newton. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Preston Smith in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton, Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out into the Redskins. Haven't they do?
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Throwing is Smith. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go ahead and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mario Addison coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, this from 37. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. On 1st down, Newton. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Flushed out right. He's got him in. Complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Throwing is Newton. Staying on his feet. And this one's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very good. In a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. After the interception, here's Smith. On the move to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd and 10, Smith again. Sliding out of the pocket. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Peterson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Smith finding Dodson that time for a Washington first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Smith now to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Settle down, huh?
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Throw left side, complete. That's Peterson. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Smith now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Let's go, go. Ready,
Now Smith. He'll buy some time right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
20.
A final shot before the break. Newton in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That's fielded in the end zone. Hurdles over him, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton to the right side, and he's got more complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go on the run. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Back to the air. Newton on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Look, this is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They give him a gain of 37. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Buying time to his left. Toward the pylon, caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. Here's Newton. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gano's kick is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through. That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Again, a run with Thompson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Smith on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Smith. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
52.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Out of the gun, Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. They've got his man complete. A big play there for Carolina. 44 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, You probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Newton escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Steps away to his left. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Being chased out left, and his throw's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Back to throw. Rolling to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. 52. 35. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. On the crossing route, complete. It's Richardson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. He's back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 6 there on first. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jamison Crowder with time running out. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. He's got him in, complete, past the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now, a chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Newton to throw. And running with power here. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud. And it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. He's going to float this one deep right side, and he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. Flush to his right. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
On the ball. Go.
On first down, it's Newton. That's caught. It's Thomas. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
The Panthers on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, get right there. Hey,
Again, Newton steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Newton. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. All right, well, they didn't kick it on 2nd down. Now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it. You get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.